Hi everyone. In this video, we'll discuss how to add two numbers which are represented as linked list. So we are given two non-empty linked list representing two non-negative integers. Each of the node contains a single digit. We have to add the two numbers and return the sum as a linked list. Let's take an example. So we are given these two linked lists. This is list 1, this is list 2. So the first linked list represents the number 125 and the second linked list represents the number 872. So if we add them, we should get a linked list with the numbers 997 because that is the sum of these two numbers. Let's take one more example. So now the two numbers are 228 and 394. So if we add these two numbers, we should get 622. So the linked list should be 622. Let's take one more example. So now the numbers are 99743 and the second number is 875. So if we add these two numbers, we should get 100618. So we should get a linked list which is representing this number. Now you can see here that I have written direct. So this means the number are represented in the same manner as they are written in the linked list. So if the linked list is like this 228, then it represents the number 228. So there is another variation of this question which is add two numbers reverse. So the add two numbers reverse I discussed in my previous video where the linked list represents the reverse of these numbers. So the first linked list would be 822 and the second would be 493. But in this problem, the numbers are stored in the direct manner. So like we do in mathematics, two numbers are given and we have to simply add them. So if you want to refer how we solve the add two numbers reverse case, then you can refer to my previous video which I have linked in the description and in the top right corner. Now let's see how we can solve this add two numbers direct case. So I will explain two methods by which we can solve this problem. So if we have to add the numbers 99743 and 875, we have to add from the reverse direction. So first we need to add 5 and 3, then we need to add 4 and 7, then 7 and 8. So like this we have to add. But the problem is that we have the head of both the linked list and we want to add from the reverse. So one intuitive method is, what if we reverse both the linked list? So let's say we reverse both the linked list. So the first linked list becomes 34799 and the second linked list is 578. So now head 1 is pointing to 3 and head 2 is pointing to 5. So now we can simply add these numbers. Because now we have the head of both the linked list, we can simply add these numbers. So now this becomes the similar question that we have discussed in the previous video where we have to add two numbers which are stored in the reverse order. So we find out the sum of this linked list. It becomes, so how we obtain this sum, this you can refer in my previous video because now this is exactly the same case of add two numbers reverse case. So once we obtain this linked list, now as a final output we need to reverse this because the number is stored as reverse. So in the first step we reverse both the input list, then it becomes the similar question that the numbers are stored in reverse order. So we apply the same method which we have discussed in the previous video. Once we have obtained the linked list, then we reverse the output list. So this is the final output that we obtain of adding these two numbers. So this method is pretty easy, but usually when this is asked in an interview, the interviewer will give you a follow-up that can we solve this without reversing input list. Because by reversing the input list, we have made it the similar problem as add two numbers which are stored in the reverse order. So the follow-up now is that we need to add the two numbers, but we cannot reverse the input list which we are given. So let's see how we can solve this. So now we have to add these two numbers without reversing the input list that we are given. So if these two linked lists are given, we know that we need to add the numbers from the reverse direction. So we need to add 3 and 5, 4 and 7, and 7 and 8. So basically we need to add the numbers which are in the same position from the end of the linked list. Because 3 and 5 both are at the last node, then 4 and 7 are at one node from the last node, 7 and 8 are two nodes from the last node. So we need to add the nodes which are in the same position from the last node. So we'll solve this problem by splitting it into smaller sum problems. So in the first case, we'll add the digits at the same position. So 3 and 5 will give us 8, then 7 and 4 gives us 11, then 8 and 7 gives us 15, 9 and 9. Because there is no element which can be added with these two 9s. So in the first step, we have just added the numbers without considering the carry. So because each node can have only single digit, but here in the first step, we have not considered carry, we have simply added these numbers. So we have 9, 9, 15, 11 and 8. Then in the second step, we'll take care of the carry. So if we have the number 11, so the carry will be 11 by 10, which is 1, and the remainder will be 11 modulo 10, which is 1. So 8 will remain here, 1 will be the remainder, and 1 becomes the carry. Now for 16, carry is 1 and remainder is 6. So 6 comes here, 1 is the carry. Now out of 9 plus 1 becomes 10. So 0 comes here and 1 is the carry. Then we have 10. So once we have taken care of the carry, then we'll reverse this list. So we'll get 1 0 0 6 1 8. So in the first step, we add the digits at the same position without taking care of the carry. Then we handle the carry, and as the last step, we reverse the output list. So this is the whole logic by which we can add these two numbers. Now let's see these steps individually. So the first step is we add digits at the same position. So we need to add 3 and 5, 4 and 7, and 7 and 8. So how we can do this is, so as the first step, we can find the length of both the linked list. So let's say this is n1 and this is n2. So we'll just count the number of nodes of both the linked list. So first linked list has 5 nodes and the second linked list has 3 nodes. Then we'll traverse both the linked list. So in the first step, we check if the length of the linked list is equal. So in this case, it is not equal. We check if n1 is greater than n2. So n1 in our case is 5. So 5 is greater than 3. So we take a variable sum which becomes head1 val. So because we have to add the numbers which are at the same position, so we take the longer list first. So if n1 is longer, that means there is no corresponding node in n2. So the sum becomes value of the n1 node. So in this case, this is 9, and we move head1 to the next node. So head1 comes here, and then we decrement n1. So n1 becomes 4. And then we create a new linked list with the value 9, because sum is 9. So we create a new node with the value 9. In the next iteration, we again check if n1 is equal to n2. So n1 is 4 and n2 is 3. So we come in the first else, and here we check 4 is greater than 3. So this is true. So sum becomes head1 val. So sum becomes 9, and now head1 moves to the next node. So head1 comes here, and then we decrement n1. So n1 becomes 3. And we insert a new node at the beginning with the value 9. So we create a new node with the value 9 and insert at the beginning. In the next iteration, we check if n1 is equal to n2. So now both n1 and n2 is equal to 3, which means there is a node in both the linked list which is at the same position, so they need to be added. So now we add the values of both the node. So head 1 is 7 and head 2 is 8. So this becomes 15. And then we move head 1 and head 2 to the next node. So head 2 comes at 7 and head 1 comes at 4. Then we decrement both n1 and n2. So n1 becomes 2 and n2 also becomes 2. And then we create a new node at the beginning of the linked list with the value 15. In the next iteration, we check if n1 is equal to n2. So both are equal to 2. So we add both the nodes of the linked list. So we add 4 and 7, which becomes 11. And we move head 1 and head 2 to the next node. So head 2 comes to 5 and head 1 comes to 3. And n1 and n2 both are decremented. So n1 is 1 and n2 is 1. And then we create a new node at the beginning with the value 11. In the next iteration, we check if n1 is equal to n2, both are equal to 1. So we need to add both the nodes of the linked list. So we add 3 plus 5, which becomes 8. Now head 1 is moved to next node, which is null. So head 1 becomes null and head 2 is also moved to the next node. So head 2 also becomes null. And n1 and n2 both are decremented. So n1 is 0 and n2 is also 0. And then we insert a new node at the beginning with the value 8. In the next iteration, we check this while condition. So now both n1 and n2 are 0. So this while loop terminates. So we have completed the first step of the algorithm in which we have added the digits which are at the same position from the end. And this is the linked list that we have obtained: 8, 11, 15, 9, 9. Now after the first step, we obtained this linked list. So here you can see we have some nodes which have value greater than 10. So now we need to take care of the carry. So if a node has value greater than 10, then we need to take care of carry. So carry is value by 10 and the remainder becomes value mod 10. So this is simple mathematics, that if we add two numbers and the sum exceeds 9, then we have a carry of 1. So similarly here we have to take care of the carry. So how we'll take care of this carry is, so let's take two pointers, current and previous. So this is our current and previous is null. So we'll traverse the entire linked list and at each position we check the carry. So initially carry is 0. We come inside this while loop. So current is not equal to null because current is pointing to head, which is 8. So we compute the digit at this position. So we do current value plus carry. So carry is 0, current value is 8. So it becomes 8 plus 0 modulo 10. So this is basically the remainder. Because the number is less than 10, so there is no change. So this digit remains 8. And in the next step, we compute the carry. So carry is 8 plus 0 by 10, which becomes 0. So there is no carry after this step. Then we replace the value of this node with the digit. So the digit is 8, so the value remains. And then we move previous and current to the next node. So current comes at 11 and previous comes at 8. So in the next iteration, we calculate the value of digit, which is current val 11 plus carry, which is 0. So it becomes 11 by 10, which is 1. And the carry becomes 11 plus 0 by 10, which is again 1. In the next step, we replace the value of current with the digit. So the digit is 1. So the value of this node becomes 1. And then we move previous and current to the next node. So current comes at 15 and previous comes at 1. So you can see here that we have fixed this node with the value 11. So the remainder is 1 and we have a carry of 1. In the next iteration, we compute digit. So the digit is current value, which is 15, carry which is 1. So 16 by 10. So the remainder is 6. And the carry is 15 plus 1 by 10, which is 1. So the carry remains 1 and the value of the digit is changed to 6. So this 15 is changed to 6. And after this we move previous and current to the next node. So current comes at 9 and previous comes at 6. In the next step, we again compute digit. So the digit is current value, which is 9, and the carry, which is 1. So 10 modulo 10 is 0 and 10 divided by 10 is 1. So we replace the value of current with the digit, which is 0. So this 9 is replaced by 0 and we have a carry of 1. So after this we move previous and current to the next node. So current comes at 9 and previous comes at 0. In the next iteration we again compute digit. So the current value is 9 and the carry is 1. So 10 modulo 10 is 0 and we compute the carry, which is 10 by 10, which is 1. So the carry remains 1 and the digit is replaced by 0. So we replace 9 with 0 and the carry is 1. Now previous and current is moved by one node. So current becomes null and previous comes to the last node. So in the next iteration, we check this while condition while current is not equal to null. So now the current is null, so this while loop terminates. So after this while loop, we have a condition that if carry is not equal to 0. So if there is a remaining carry, we need to handle that. So if the carry is not equal to 0, so we need to add a new node with the value carry. So the carry is 1, so we'll create a new node with the value 1 and we'll connect previous to this node. So next of previous will point to this new node. So the remaining carry will handle like this by creating a new node at the end. So the linked list that we have obtained is 8, 1, 6, 0, 0, 1. So the last step of this algorithm is that we need to reverse this output list. So if we reverse this output list, we'll get 1, 0, 0, 6, 1, 8. So the list that we obtain after reversing this output list is our final answer. On how to reverse the linked list, I have explained in my previous videos. So we can reverse the linked list both iteratively and recursively. So this can be done in order of n time and order of 1 space. Now in this second method that we discussed, in the first step we added the digits which are at the same position without taking care of the carry. Then in the second step we took care of the carry by this while loop. So we calculated the remainder and the digit at each position. And in the last step we reversed the output list that we obtained. So if we are given the numbers in the direct manner and we are not allowed to reverse the input list, we can solve by this method. So the time complexity of this method is order of n1 plus n2, where n1 and n2 are the length of the linked list. So after we have understood this algorithm, let's have a look at the implementation. All the source code that I'll be showing is available in my GitHub repository, link of which is present here and as well as in the description. Now let's have a look at the code. So in the main function, I've created both of these linked lists. So the first linked list is 99743 and the second linked list is 875. Then I call this function add two numbers in which I pass both of these head nodes of the linked list. In this function add two numbers, first I find the length of both the linked list. So I have this function find length. So in this function find length, I just traverse the linked list and I count the number of nodes. So the size of both the linked list is stored in this variable n1 and n2. Then I traverse these linked list and at each point I check if n1 is equal to n2, which means the digits in both the linked list needs to be added. So I do sum equal to head1 val plus head2 val. If there's a difference in the length, then I pick the longer linked list. So if n1 is less than n2, which means n2 is longer, so the sum becomes head2 val. If n1 is longer, then sum becomes head1 val. So like this, I add the nodes which are at the same position. So here I'm not handing the carry. So 7 plus 8 will become 15. So after doing this, now I traverse the linked list and take care of the carry. So for each node, I check the remainder and the carry. So the digit will be current val plus carry modulo 10 and the carry will be current val plus carry by 10. So in this while loop, I am taking care of the carry. So after this while loop ends, if there is any remaining carry, I add at the end. So now the addition of the linked list is done, but linked list is stored in reverse order. So to fix that, at the end, I reverse the output linked list and I return the head to the main function. And in the main function, I print the list. Let's have a look at the output of this program. So the first linked list is 99743, second is 875, and after addition the linked list that we get is 100618. Now this problem is also available on LeetCode as question number 445, add two numbers 2. I've pasted the same code here and it is success. Now I've discussed both the variations of this problem, add two numbers. So whether the numbers are stored in reverse order or the numbers are stored in direct order, I have explained both the problems. Please refer to the previous video in which I have explained how to add the numbers which are stored in the reverse order. Now that was all for this video. If you have any doubts or suggestions, please leave in the comment section below. If you like my content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me to make more such content. And until next time, this is Sandeep Thapar signing off.